All right, good morning. Bobby Lee here with Hurricane Creek Farms. Got an exciting video for you today, primarily because we have some new equipment, made a new purchase. We don't often purchase brand new equipment around here for a variety of reasons, mainly because we usually can't afford it, but we did this time. So we'll show you that in just a minute. First, I want to remind you, give the video a thumbs up. We really appreciate that. It helps with the visibility. Leave a comment. If you have a question, a suggestion, anything, drop it in the comments below. We will respond. Also, if you have not subscribed, we really appreciate that. But have a beautiful day. You got a lot of things to do. So with that said, let's get after it. All right, so there's that new equipment we were talking about. Actually, I have a pair of them, but a brand new Woods 15-foot bat wing, rotary cutter, bush hog, mower, pasture clipper, whatever name you want to give it. But my brother got one as well. Have them both here after we got them delivered and got them hooked up. But gonna work on making a few adjustments on here, be sure everything is set just right, and maybe even get to do a little clipping this afternoon and try them out. The main issue I'm gonna run into that I know of with my tractor is we don't have air conditioning right now, which I hate to sound soft, but it's June now. I think it's supposed to be in the mid 80s today, which is not terrible. But this tractor also, there's no way to really crack a window on it or anything without just having the door wide open. And so it turns into a sauna in there pretty quickly. So I don't know how much we'll actually get done. I kind of did a little troubleshooting on that AC myself. And it certainly appears to be something beyond my knowledge or skills will allow me to fix. So I got somebody coming to look at that, but not sure when they're gonna be here. Probably not today. But yeah, do a quick little walk around. These things are nice. Really excited to get to try them out. Or you got this one over here. He's folded up for transport, but our pastures are really in desperate need. Say hello, Brittany. Of some clipping. We're actually, before we get to messing with those, we're gonna do our morning chores, get all the cows checked and fed. So take a look at those pastures too. Show you what we mean, but the fescue especially is headed out. It should have been clipped probably a month ago, but get those few things checked and see if we can try these babies out. All right, so we're down to one lone feeder steer. You can see number 908 there. And he has just a few more days with us, headed to the butcher here in about 3 or 4 days. So get him fed. Our kill dates this year were scattered from like early March to now into early June. And like everything else, we blame that on the COVID. The reality is that last year, the capacity of our local butchers has really been put to the test. And so, get a little corn, add a little cotton seed meal. This pelleted feed, just a high protein pellet, and he'll be good to go. But yeah, he's our last one to go. We're actually keeping him for ourselves. We're gonna keep half. I think I got a friend that wants the other half of him, so we'll be out of the feeder cattle business for a few months here within just the next few days. Enjoying your breakfast, buddy? Good deal. Ride back here and check on the cow herd. Mineral feeder, relatively full. Got a bunch of loud mouths out here this morning. Coming through. What are y'all being all vocal about? Hey babies. her mother licking hers, our newest calf. Get out and do a walk around on these for just a minute. Check on Blueberry over here. I guess he's been turned in with the cows for about a month now. Looks like he's checking a lady out over there. Hopefully he's been doing a little baby making. I'll continue to do so for about another month. But things look pretty good here. This pasture's starting to get a little short. But you can see still plenty of pretty good grazing out here. Clover in there. But these look like they're in good shape. Oh, we'll step out there and look at that Sudex we planted there. I guess that would have been in the last video. But take a look at that. Then we're gonna head up the road and look at them stock calves before we start working on them mowers. All right, so you can see, nice little rows. We got our Sudex and Sun Hemp mix coming up well out here. See that there, and the Sudex, still got some clover there. There's the Sun Hemp, you see that broadleaf, a few of them there. But yeah, using that drill planting these rows, you can definitely see where it's coming up good. Not yet ready to declare that we got a stand yet, but looking good so far. Guess we planted it like 12, 13 days ago. A lot of it didn't really come up until we got a rain about, I guess, 8 days or so ago. But it's doing well. We're gonna have some competition from some other grasses in here. You can see like right in there. But fortunately, those are pretty fast growing, so hopefully they'll continue to jump on up there, get out ahead of any of these other weeds. And boy, those girls want out here so bad. Always want to go to the next pasture, no matter what. Even though there's little to nothing to eat out here, they just want to be out here. But anyway, we'll keep a watch on that. Of course, over these next few weeks, you hope it's usually ready to graze within, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 weeks of being planted, being a fast-growing annual. But yeah, keep watching for future videos. We'll keep following that. If you follow us on Instagram, we give periodic updates. If you're kind of a forage nerd like me and like following that and seeing how it's doing, looks nice down through there. You can really see those rows along this edge over here. But let's get on up the road, check them other calves, and then start to work on them mowers. All right, so as is typical with us, slight change of plans. Cows wanted to follow us up here, which is fine. We're gonna take advantage of the opportunity of them all being here in the barn lot. The wean calves that you may have remembered we worked a couple of videos ago, and moved the steers down to the other farm. I had 3 heifers in here. They ended up back with the cows unintentionally. So still need to get them back off, because I noticed even though they've been off their moms for about 3 weeks. Hush. A couple of them are back trying to nurse, so need to get them back off. So gonna try to put them in this little pasture over here along our driveway. I'm probably gonna leave Lucy, the Jersey cow, with them, just because she's super calm and gentle. Maybe a good lead cow to be with them. They were just a little bit stirred up. And Lucy should already be bred. She was back with Blueberry for a month before the rest of them. So no reason for her to have to stay with the bull. But we'll see if we can get that accomplished. We'll see if we can get them sorted off and then move them through here and over there. And all the curious little baby calves, I just have dreams of being a horse. That's why I want to go in the horse barn. Sadie runs them back out for us. Good job, Sadie. Yeah, good little calm, pretty gentle group of calves, so we do like that. We got the horses put away for a few minutes, just so they're not interfering with anything. But we'll see if we can get these few sorted off and move just right there across the driveway. So we'll bag up a little feed and take up the road Let's go stalker steers. Take them just a little feed every day, just to keep them calm and coming to a feed bump. Okay, so yet another change of plans. That attempt to sort off those 3 heifers failed. Like always when you're trying to do it by yourself. Had my back turned one way, trying to turn one back and get the cows to leave the pen, heifers to stay, and one got by me, so I said, forget it, we'll worry about that later. It wasn't really something we were planning to do this morning anyway, just thought I'd take advantage of the opportunity while they were up, but we'll get that done in the next few days. But the cows just didn't want to cooperate. It was the main thing. They did not want to leave the pen. You know, they were content. They wanted to be right there. I'd fed them some. They thought I was going to keep feeding them, but go feed this stalker calves. It's about 9 o'clock now. Normally I'm feeding them about 6 o'clock every morning when it's a regular work day for me. So hopefully, you know, it's warmed up. They won't all be laid up in the shade somewhere. They'll come up there where we can get a good look at them. Come on, boys. Come on. Woo! Woo! All right, sounds like they're gonna come on up. They've been down there, no doubt, in the shade, probably somewhere. I don't know what the temperature's up to, but it is warmed on up. But you can see a lot of fescue in here, or excuse me, there is a lot of fescue, but clover right in here. There's some of these weeds that need to get knocked down, but especially as you get over here, look at this fescue. A good bit of rye in here too. But like this fescue is long past optimum maturity for grazing. Pretty much once it starts putting out a seed head, as you can see, all this is headed out long ago. It's, you know, beyond where it's, you know, really has its best forage quality. It's going into that reproductive stage. So fescue's kind of getting ready to go sort of dormant anyway. It's first week of June. It being a cool season grass, not gonna be doing as much, but yeah. Need to get those mowers ready to go and get out here and start clipping this down. We won't clip it back real short, we'll leave it. You know, mainly just want to knock these seed heads off, so we'll raise the mower up pretty high. You know, maybe cut it off at 12 inches or so. Come on up there, boys. Come on. Woo! Woo! Pretty good ditch right there along that tree line. They're all acting like morons, like they can't figure out how to cross it, even though they've been out here, well, they've been in this pasture for a good bit of the 3 or so months we've had them. But when you need them to be smart, a lot of times they act like they aren't. And then as sure as you try to use their lack of intelligence against them, they prove to be incredibly smart. So we'll see if they'll cooperate and come up here and give them a little feed. Come on, boys. Woo! Go ahead and put this feed out. We have exactly 1 calf that has decided to come to the feed bunk so far. He'll be happy. He'll get plenty to eat. But while the rest of these morons won't come on up here. Come on, boys! All right, so they don't want to cooperate and come up. I think it's just some things that drive you insane with cattle. Like they're all standing there like on the other side of this ditch bawling like, we want to eat. We just don't know how to get there. Like you haven't been in this pasture for weeks. And then they're like, oh my God, there you are. Where'd you come from? That's incredible. It's like they just, when they don't want to be smart, they can be so dumb. And then, yeah, as soon as you need them to be dumb so you can trick them, oh, they're way too smart for that. But now we'll see if they'll follow us back up there and get a head count. But just on a quick glance, looks like just about everybody is here. Looks like that'll be the bulk of them anyway. Yeah, we're gonna follow us up there and as they walk up to the bunk, get them stretch out in a line and we can count them. Not too much difficulty. All right, so now as they come up the hill there, we'll be able to get a count. Make sure everybody's here, and then now that it's gotten nice and hot, we'll go start adjusting on that mower, and may try to make an attempt to at least run it long enough to be sure everything's working before it would melt inside that non-air conditioned cab. 58, 60, 62, 63, that is all of them. You can see they're enjoying that little bit of feed. That's probably 75 or so pounds of feed if I was guessing. So about a pound per head is all they get per day. And you know, just enough to keep them coming up feeding on it that way. If we need to treat a sick one, easier to do when they're ready to sell, that they're easier to catch, that kind of thing. But yeah, let's go see if we can get a mower running now. Okay, so we made a few adjustments, not much. Essentially, I made an adjustment on these nuts right here to level out the deck of the mower. Of course, we're on level ground right here, so can't really tell too much. Really, everything else looks good to go. Everything was greased, of course, as it should be from the factory. The gearboxes look good on the oil. So it's already about 80 degrees, I believe. Just checked my phone. You can see I worked up a pretty good sweat just doing that. I don't know how long we're gonna be able to tough it out in the cab of the tractor, but itching to try this thing out, so we're gonna give it a go for just a little while. See if we can tough it out, and see if we can get some video of this thing running, see how it works. But you know, you got a new piece of equipment, you're itching to use it. It does suck that this air conditioner is not as it should be, otherwise I'd run this thing all day. But anyway, we'll go try it out. All right, so just getting pulled in here and have an important update. We have air conditioning. It just kicked on as we pulled in the gate there. I stopped the tractor. I was like, I think it's blowing cold air, and sure enough, the clutch wasn't engaging on the front of the compressor. I diagnosed it that much, and it's turning now. It's engaged. So at least temporarily we have air. So get this thing folded down, lowered it down there, fold those wings out. We'll make sure we're cutting it about the right height we want, but might at least things are about to get a little more comfortable for today, or so it would appear. So we're just making our second round with the mower, and everything's going really pretty well. Not the least of which includes the air conditioning continuing to work. So just fingers crossed there. Maybe it'll continue to do so. We may actually get to run 3 or 4 hours today. I can't run real late. I gotta go pick the kids up this afternoon, but things keep working out. We're gonna keep running. But we're cutting pretty high. I'm gonna get out and check in here in just a second. You know, really by design, we just, especially on this fescue and some of this ride, just knock these seed heads off. You know, where that more tender new growth can occur. It's more palatable, better forage quality. We're not trying to scalp the ground, make it look like a golf course or anything. But get out and look and see what it's looking like. They're pretty happy with it so far. All right, so my dad came and picked me up and brought me, or took me to the house. Got the Jeep because I'm not going to get done today. That way I can get to my stopping point, I have a ride. Kind of show you just what we're doing out here. So this is where we've already mowed, and we're leaving it, you know, just depending on where we're cutting. I don't know, probably 12, maybe 15 inches high in some spots, but just wanting to knock the heads off all this fescue. There's a bunch of rye out here as well. Clipping it back a little, just to promote that new tender growth. Get it out, get those seed heads off there. But you can see it. Red clover really seems this time of year when the white is starting to kind of fizzle out. Crimson clover's definitely already done its thing. Yeah, see, heck, this fescue's comes up, you know, nearly under my armpits. I'm 6'2", way over mature. Some orchard grass and rye there as well. But of course these are all cool season grasses. They're not going to be doing too much more now that it's getting hotter anyway. But get these seed heads off here too. It's better for the animal's eyes. A lot of your pink eye problems will start because they're scratching, you know, getting those that taller grass in their eyes, because they're having to stick their head down through this to get to that clover and, you know, the leaf on these grasses. But so a lot of benefits to going ahead and doing this, but we're going to jump back on here. Something too I did want to mention in the video, being that it is June right now, as I'm recording, we'll get this posted within the next couple of days. But something kind of unrelated to our YouTube channel, farming or flipping pasture, anything like that. But we're doing a fundraiser for St. Jude. Every year I run the St. Jude Marathon. We live, you know, just up the road from Memphis, where St. Jude is headquartered. And they run the marathon every December on that first Saturday, and I run it each year as a St. Jude hero, which really just means I'm fundraising. And so I'm gonna put a link in the video description below. If you follow us on Instagram, you may have seen in our story a day or two ago. For the month of June, we're gonna match all the donations. So every dollar that gets donated will be doubled. $10 donation becomes a $20 donation, you know, so on and so forth. But if you could, if you're watching the video still, just click on that link in the bio. The money goes straight to St. Jude. It's my fundraising page, but money goes straight to them. If you're not familiar with St. Jude, of course, they're one of the foremost, if not the foremost, children's cancer research hospital in the world. No family ever gets a bill for anything that is done. It's 100% paid for, you know, in many ways, primarily through donations like this, through fundraisers like the marathon. But we appreciate that. Certainly the hospital, the children there, and the patients appreciate it. And again, your donation will be double for the month of June, June 2021. We'll tally it up at the end of the month. So appreciate that. Anybody who can spare even just a few dollars, it's going to be double. So look for that link below. Alright, so everything's running very smoothly. No wood to knock on in here, but yeah, really liking the new mower. It's going to get plenty of workout over this next week or two. It'll take us about that long to get this whole floor clipped off, about 75 acres or so. I'm trying to remember. Last year, it seemed like it took about maybe 10, 12, 14 hours, something like that, of actual mowing. So we definitely won't get done today. But the air conditioner keeps working. We'll be still in real good shape. But probably may just about wrap it up for this video. We're going to run for about another hour before we have to go get the kids. But be watching for our next ones to come, certainly. Be doing more with the cows, maybe purchasing a few more steers here in the next week or so. Going through that, getting them processed if and when we do. But appreciate everybody watching. Please share the video. And if you like it, remind you to give it a thumbs up. You know, and if you're still watching and you hadn't subscribed, we appreciate you doing that too. As always, remind you, eat beef and God bless.